Good evening and welcome to Pink at the Rink. I'm Harry Kozlowski here with Jason Bergeron, and we're about to bring you hockey action between the Bedford Bulldogs and the Falcons of Bow. Jason, it's been a rough week for the Bulldogs, losing many of their senior leaders to injury.
Yeah, and there's no doubt when you lose that type of senior leadership on the team. We got 4 players now, 4 seniors that won't be playing in this game tonight, and some with extended injuries. And when you lose that type of firepower on the front side of the lineup, it's going to be tough to kind of, pick up the pace. But there's players, we talk about the New England teams a lot, the Patriots. They always have the next player up mentality, and looks like Coach Garrity's gone with the next player up, and he's going to expect a lot out of these younger players.
We had a chance to talk with Coach Garrity right before the game. We're going to play the interview between the first and second period. The players that were lost, by the way, number 4, senior captain Brendan Thornton.
Yep.
Also Javin Mansfield, number 52, your son.
Connor Bergeron.
Bergeron, thank you. Just drawing a blank. And of course Nick Hadley, number 22.
Yeah. So yeah, you lose those 4 players. Connor was the first one to go down, but the rest of them went down this week with different injuries and different ailments. And it's a long season, it's a physical sport, and you expect these things, but you don't expect them in bunches like this.
No, it's a tough row. And you were talking about next player up. Those players are a junior, Brady Brown. He'll be wearing number 39. Jack Warble, another junior, up from JV, number 20. And number 15, a freshman, Lucas Polak. That's curious that they brought up a freshman into such an important role. Yeah,
I think it comes down to just numbers, right? And you start looking at kind of who's performing at the JV level right now. And I don't know much about Lucas or some of those players, but I know enough to know that this Bedford program is strong. They have a lot of talent. There's always been a lot of depth, and they're going to be thrust into a role here today that is a little bit more than what they've seen in the past. But again, they're in the program, and they're going to be good players to see.
We mentioned Pink at the Rink. You're probably noticing the pink tape and pink stripes on the Bedford uniforms today. It's all to support breast cancer awareness, and monies raised today are going to be helping out the National Breast Cancer Foundation. So that's a worthy cause if you're here at the rink, or if you see an opportunity to donate to this fund, this promotion. I hope you get to do that. It's a worthy cause. We're just a couple minutes away from puck drop. In the standings right now, Bedford sits tied in a 3-way race for 4th place. 3 teams at 6 and 4. Salem, Bedford, and Exeter. I believe Exeter, they lost that game earlier in the year, right?
They did.
Or am I confusing that with the Stone tournament?
No, they beat us in the regular season as well.
So it'll probably come down to head-to-head at some point. Now the first 5 teams, right, get a bye.
In the
it is 5.
It's 5. Okay.
Because 11 teams make it. And speaking of 11 teams, Bow is sitting right now with 7 losses, 4 and 7. They're in 12th place, and they're right behind Nashua North Sauhegan at 3 and 5, and also Trinity at 4 and 5. So Bow is really kind of desperate just to make the tournament. They can't afford to add any more losses to their record. Meanwhile, Bedford hoping to get as many home playoff games as possible. They got to stay in 4th place to get the bye and to get an opening round home game.
Yeah.
Failing that, if they finish at 6, they will get a home opening round game.
Yeah, I mean that just means you're going to be up against a hungry team, right? And with your senior leaders or some of those senior players not in the lineup, this Bow team knows that. They know these players enough to know that they got a chance here, and that they're going to come out flying. So we're going to have to match that intensity throughout this game.
Bedford announcing their starters. I believe that's Parker O'Toole out there, along with Brian Riccio, Dom Taliaferro, Tucker Roberto, and Maddox Muir, senior defenseman. And in net today, we're going to see Tristan Kerr, number 30, the junior. And we're going to have the anthem, and we'll come right back with the call of the game. We'll be getting ready for puck drop here momentarily. Quick program reminder, next sports broadcast here on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. On Tuesday, February 7th, girls basketball hosts the Tomahawks of Merrimack. It's a 7 p.m. tip-off. And then a huge game on Friday, the 10th, as the boys welcome the Astros of Pinkerton Academy. That's going to be one of the first big challenges for the boys team, who have been really rolling, really just mowing teams down in their path.
It's been fun to watch, and if you haven't been down to watch either of those teams, get down to the Bedford gym there and watch them play. The boys team is a high-flying team. They are special and fun to watch, and the girls team really kind of just works and plays a game that's really fun to watch. They really kind of dominate the low post, and they really they're able to put some points on the board. So get down there to watch those games and support those teams when you can.
Yeah, I had a chance to call the game on radio yesterday against Winnicott, and Luke Soden had like 19 points in the first quarter.
Oh yeah,
and he had 30 by halftime, and Coach Moreno just kind of sat him down and said, "Okay, that's enough." Gave the bench more time to play, get some playing time.
He makes it look easy out there.
He does.
He really does make it look easy. The game look easy. So yeah, they're a fun group to watch for sure, and I think there's some big things in their future. They keep playing the way they are.
Dominic Jersons against Brian Riccio on the faceoff, and Bo controls the puck, fires it into the Bedford end. Oh, it takes a funny bounce in front of the net, and Kerr just got back just in time. That net was wide open, and that's the second time I've seen that puck bounce off the doorway like that.
Yeah, that's a really odd bounce in that corner there. They're going to have to be aware of that, and being a home rink, usually you know those bounces, but that one caught everybody off guard.
Brody O'Neill clears the puck out of the Bow end. Parker O'Toole comes back in the neutral zone. He gets taken down. Now Julian Lurch had it momentarily. He lost it. O'Toole trying to come up with the puck. It's just going back and forth right now. Pass across to the Bedford defender, who fires it deep into the zone. O'Neill plays it. He's got Brady Plant watching him. Long lead pass, misses everybody, and this will likely become an icing here.
No, I think Smith got a piece of it as he went through. So
Bedford breaking back out here. Lobdell chips it ahead to Brady Plant, takes a shot, and he couldn't get everything on it because he was back checked by Owen Weber, number 11. Benoit behind the net gets it up the far wall. Now Weber, I should say, closing in on the Bedford goal. He gets checked off the puck. Shot up the board. Now it's a race between O'Toole and Ingles. Ingles gets there first, puts on the brakes, fires it up the board, too far for his teammate. And now Maddox Muir will play the puck. 13:23 to go in the first period. No score between Bedford and Bow. Muir collides with Joshua Billow. The puck continues into the Bow zone. Finn Benoit fires it across the far wall. Now Smethurst sends it across to Billow. He crosses the blue line, takes a shot, and that's blocked. Well done by Muir. Shot blocking machine he is.
Block machine, that is no doubt. He'll get in front of every shot.
Puck is chipped out of the Bedford zone, knocked back in, now brought right back out again.
Number 20, Jack Warble on the ice for the first shift here. So one of the players we talked about early in the game that's going to be stepping into a role, playing third line time right now. And
Bedford right now is really only running with 3 lines, right?
Yeah. I think they got a few extras on the
3 lines and a couple of spares, but
yep.
That's really still running a pretty thin roster.
Yep.
Pass across now to Tagliaferro. He gets checked off the puck, and now it's fired right back in there by Bedford. Brody O'Neill goes back to play it behind his net. Pass across to Tobler. He loses it. Here's a chance for Riccio. Backhand. And a save there by Mason Marquis, I believe, is in net.
Yep.
Number 34 for the Bow Falcons.
Yeah, Mason made the initial save there, and then a rebound was out there, but he was able to move laterally nicely and make the follow-up save and cover it up for a change for Bow. So interesting to see these goaltenders. Sometimes the first time we see them and kind of see their skill set.
Bow picks up the loose puck, but Goop is able to check him off. And here comes O'Toole down the wall. He gets checked off by Scarinza, I should say. That's how you say his name. Clearing pass, broken up by the Bulldogs. Riccio, now O'Toole, back over the blue line. O'Toole chases it down, fires a wrister high, goes over the bow net. Tagliaferro backhands it back down low. And Scarinza takes the puck and carries it out of the bow end. He gets checked off the puck. Cleared back into the neutral zone. Pass across to O'Neill. He tries to send it. Instead, broken up there by Cam Hadley. Fires it right back into the bow end. O'Neill takes a check there behind his net. Jersons sends it across the far wall. Now it's stopped at the point by Muir. Fired right back down where Scarinza has to play it. Now Hartshorn had a chance to clear it out. He couldn't do it. Held in there by Lobdell. Now Bo finally gets it out of the end. Pass to the slot, broken up there by Bedford. Puck is now taken over by the Bulldogs and cleared out. This is Zach Griffin. He gets checked off the puck. Held in at the wall by Muir. He comes up with the puck. He's being hassled, and Jersons takes it away from him. Now the puck is backhanded to O'Neill. Sends it up the wall to Hartshorn. Tries to get it out of the zone. Instead, he loses it to Kopp. Long lead pass misses everybody. This should be an icing, and it is. 10-11 to play here in the first period. No score.
Yeah, Maddox Muir there just kind of trying to loft that in lightly over the group, and it just got a little bit too much on, so it's gonna force the icing. But so far, Bedford looks to be the aggressor in this play. Bo's a little bit more on their heels, maybe kind of waiting for that opportunity to get a quick one back. But you know, Bedford is definitely on the aggression right now.
Puck held in at the blue line. Sent down low to Weber. He takes a hit in the corner. Bulldogs come away with the puck, and here's a pass across. Skating in from the circle, and Marquis with the save on the shot by Jack Warble.
Yeah, you see Jack Warble stepping into the play. That Jack, I happen to know Jack pretty well. He's that type of player, right? When that puck is available for him to go get, he's going to go get it, and he's going to use his speed to kind of create those opportunities. So it's exactly what I expected to see out of Jack Warble.
Off the face-off, held in by Bedford, sent down low. Scarinza in the corner, tries to backhand it up the wall, and he does. Here comes Finn Benoit down the wall. He's got Lobdell with him. Benoit centers the pass. They couldn't get a stick on it. Now here's a chance for Tagliaferro coming in all alone. He loses the puck, he loses his edge, and instead goes into the wall. O'Toole follows up though. Tries to center it, couldn't hit anybody. Pass back to the point, nobody home. Muir's going to have to go back and get it.
Yeah, that was a tough opportunity. Dom looked up, thought he had a player at the point there, nobody there, so he ended up kind of moving the puck out of the zone on his own.
Puck turned over at the blue line. Here's Smethurst, Trabeau. He gets checked off the puck, but he gets free. Backhand shot. And a save by Tristan Kerr. He didn't know where it was momentarily, but finally honed in on it, got a glove on.
Yeah, you see the offensive zone play right now for Bedford. They're really forechecking a little bit more aggressively. We talked about this last game and the last couple of games. How do we create more opportunities? That is getting the puck in low and then starting to work off that forecheck.
Face off to the right of Kerr. There's a shot by Tobler. It gets blocked. Muir into the corner. He's going to fight with Lebrecq. Aiden Lebrecq trying to take the puck away from him. Now Lobdell loses the puck in the slot. There's a shot by Tobler. That goes wide. Clearing attempt held in there by O'Neill. He fires a shot. Rebound just out of the reach of Verda. And Bedford tries to clear the zone. There's a collision between Muir and Tobler. Now the Bulldogs break out again. Pass is missed. Falcons take over. Luke Verda at the far wall, sends it down low. Gupta meets it behind the net. Tries to get away. He gets taken down. No call. Ryan O'Connor wheels around for Bedford and sends it up the wall. But it goes to Patrick Jersons. His brother Dominic Jersons with the puck now. A pass ahead to Hartshorn, too far, will result in an icing, and the faceoff will come back to the Bow end.
Yeah, this unit for Bo has a couple of kids on this team that have a lot of skill, right? So you're going to have to really kind of start to match those lines up and make sure that you got the right units out there at those times, especially with the younger squad that you have right now for Bedford. Make sure that you're looking at those lineups and you got the right lineup match against them.
Falcons win the faceoff. They clear it around the wall. Luke Hartshorn has it. Met there by Gupta. He breaks it up. O'Connor sends a pass across. That's Warble. He loses the puck. Held in there by Tagliaferro. Warble tries to get it back to him. Give and go. Instead, it's taken away by Brody O'Neill, or correction, number 9, Lurch for Bo. They lose it. Look, both defenses are pretty good in their own end, breaking up the offensive rushes. Now here's Lurch with a shot from the circle. Saved by Kerr. And here's a breakout pass by Lobdell. Tagliaferro tried to get by one man, can't do it. Great stop there by Scarinza. O'Toole meets him at the near wall, sends it right back down. Ingles tries to find a lane. Instead, it hits a Bow player and goes right to O'Toole. Now to the corner, Warble. He tries to center it. It goes behind the Bow net. And another clearing attempt into the neutral zone, and Trucker Roberto fires it right back in. Teams are changing. No score. 6:36 left in the first period. Long lead pass intercepted by Muir in the neutral zone. Now taken away by Weber. Backhands it into the Bedford end. Loses it as he tries to step around a Bow defense person. Lobdell tries to fire it. It rolled off his stick. Couldn't get much on it. Now Jersons controls it. Pass up to Josh Billow. And now Owen Weber loses it in the neutral zone. Fired right back in by Billow. Brady Plant tries to clear it out. Instead, a turnover to Owen Weber, who fires a wrister at Kerr, and he makes a save. We get a whistle.
Yeah, I'd like to see Bedford start to move the puck a little quicker, right? They feel like they have a little bit more time and space in the game, but they really don't. And they need to move that puck just a little quicker to make sure that they're not getting turned over the puck here.
At the face-off, Smethurst shot hits a stick, goes high, but Kerr's able to catch that. We get another whistle to his left.
We talk about quality shots a lot, right? Bedford's got a few more quality chances than Bo does so far tonight, so let's see if that can continue.
Weber wins the face-off again. O'Neill at the point, fires it wide of the goal. Billow behind the net. Centering pass. Puck is loose in the slot. Billow had a chance on it, winds up shooting it wide. Now at the blue line, it's knocked out of the zone. Bo has to reset the offense. Weber brings it back in, but they lose it to Cassidy, who clears it out for Bedford off the stick of Zach Griffin. Now Smethurst backhands it up to his teammate Owen Weber, just clears it into the zone while the Falcons make a quick change. Behind the net, Billow takes the puck away, taken right back by O'Connor. Bo checking, good forecheck in the Bedford end here, not giving the Bulldogs much room to operate. Pass rolls off his stick, but O'Connor is able to catch up to it and send it cross ice to Zach Griffin. In the face-off circle, Rister, and that's saved by Mason Marquis for a whistle in the Bow end.
So far, the opportunities for Bedford have come through speed through the neutral zone, right? So those loose pucks through the neutral zone, our wingers seem to have the opportunity to kind of streak in and get those shots. Maybe taking a look across the crease there, they might have some backdoor openings here for this team if they can keep going in that pace.
Bo wins another face-off. Finn Benoit puts on the brakes, changes direction, now passes up the ice to Luke Hartshorn. Hartshorn down the near wall, gets by one man, then gets flattened by Brendan Kopp. Bo still controls the puck. Hartshorn behind the net, looking for a centering lane. Still looking. Gets away from O'Connor. Now gets a hit from Muir. Pushed off the puck. Brady Brown's going to play it in the corner, though. taken away by Jersons. His shot goes wide. Muir tries to send it to the far corner for Brady Brown to play it. Passes it ahead into the neutral zone where Bo takes over Scarinza. Pass up the ice there for Jersons. That's broken up. Now Scarinza fires it into the Bedford end. Scarinza behind the Bedford goal. Skating. Now leaves it there for Jersons. Finally almost taken away by Bedford, but held in at the blue line. There's a shot on goal. Save Kerr. Puck was bouncing around dangerously in the slot. Bedford finally cleared it out.
Yeah, Bo, the second half of this period here, has put on a little bit more pressure than they did in the beginning of the game, so Bedford's going to have to adjust.
Riccio had the puck momentarily. Now Hartshorn brings it back for Bo. He goes down at the blue line. Verda in the corner. He goes down. Tagliaferro takes a hit behind the net. Now along the far wall. Back behind the net. Tobler tries to play it. Centering pass leaves the zone. Bo's going to have to chase it back in their own end. 3 minutes to go in the first period. No score. Long lead pass there to Aiden Lebrecq. Too far for him to control. Cam Hadley has it for Bedford. And the breakout rolls to Smethurst. And the Falcons take control again. Good puck control here by Bo. Once they lose the puck, they're able to regroup in the neutral zone.
Yeah, right now they're winning the races. They're winning the puck battles. That we talk about urgency a lot with this Bedford team, and right now Bo is winning that battle.
Hadley in the corner. He's being checked viciously by Smethurst. Can't get any room to operate. Falcons up. Now Bedford's going to lay a hit back. Hadley with a good hit along the far wall. Gupta in the neutral zone trying to fight for possession, trying to get the puck forward. Can't do it. Bo fires it back. Hadley in the corner gets away from a check. Nice move there. Clearing puck. Now finally Ryan O'Connor for Bedford's got a lane to get out. He puts on the brakes, fires a wrister on the short side wide. Now Brendan Kopp in the corner. Instead it's taken away by the Falcons. They turn it over in the neutral zone as an offsides as the puck entered the Bedford zone, and Joshua Billow touched up and put the Falcons offside.
Yeah, again, a game of adjustments, right? This Bo team, we haven't seen these opportunities as much as this year, but the opportunities in the neutral zone for speed are there. So we just got to get that puck into the neutral zone and allow our wingers to catch it with some speed.
Weber controls it along the near wall, finally taken away. Here's a chance for Bedford. Warble had a lane, lose the puck in the process, but then is that Tagliaferro or is that Kopp comes up and
Kopp.
He comes up and gets a shot on net, kind of a sharp angle. Markey had no trouble making that stop, but it is an offensive chance.
Yeah, that's an offensive chance again off of that puck picked up in the neutral zone. So they're going to have to Bedford. Hopefully in the first intermission here, we'll start talking a little bit more about that.
Bedford wins the face-off, and a shot by Muir gets to Marquis. He's able to make the save, so another whistle coming up here. Don't forget, between the first and second period, we're going to play that interview with Coach Jonathan Garrity. Off the face-off, it leaves the Bo zone. Bedford's got to clear it out. In the neutral zone, Tagliaferro drops it back there to Muir. Puck bouncing around the blue line. They're going to call an offsides there as Patrick Jersons touched the puck in the Bedford zone.
That was one of those plays that could have gone either way. It looked like maybe Bedford was kind of moving out of the zone with some possession there, but it looks like maybe Bo must have got a piece of it. So.
It also looks like Bo's really aggressive on the forecheck. They've got guys on our blue line, kind of like a trap, but they moved up 2 lines ahead.
Similar to what we saw with Oyster River, right? They kind of have hemmed us in a little bit in that zone.
There's a shot by Tobler. Save made by Kerr. Now it's behind the net. Puck ahead to O'Toole. He's going to break out. 2-on-2. He's got Tagliaferro with him. O'Toole gets checked off the puck. And Bo comes right back. Tobler sends it across to nobody in particular. Number 20, Noah Carrier, couldn't get anything there. Now here's a turnover at the blue line. Cleared away. As soon as Bedford gets a chance, Bo is there to break it up. So not much coming from these offensive opportunities for the Bulldogs. Now Muir had the puck and it goes into the into the bench, and we'll get a whistle in the neutral zone.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the neutral zone is being kind of clogged up a little bit by Bo, but it really just comes down to Bedford being a little bit more crisp with their passes. Using the width of the ice a little bit more on this team is going to definitely pay dividends. It's just a matter of kind of making that adjustment, and you'll see Bedford continue to make that adjustment, I think, throughout this period, or this game, I should say.
Falcons controlled the face-off and fired into the Bo end. Lobdell goes back to play it behind its net, passes it up to Griffin. It hits the stick. Griffin being harassed there by a couple of Falcons, now finally cleared into the neutral zone. Fired right back in by Scarinza. Just 4 seconds left to play. Up the wall here, 2-1, that's it. Buzzer sounds, and we come to the end of the first period. Fairly evenly played, although Bo, I think, has the advantage on the forecheck.
Yeah, they've created a few opportunities off of turnovers on the forecheck. They had maybe a little bit of advantage in the offensive zone time. Bedford just, it's just for that urgency thing, a younger squad, kind of now, the lines have mixed up a little bit, so they're kind of working through that. I think you'll see a different Bedford team in the second period as they make their mid-period adjustments here.
And welcome back to Sullivan Arena here at the College of St. Anselm. Second period about to get underway. No score between Bedford and Bo. Not a lot of opportunities either way. There was that funny bounce early in the first period off the Zamboni door that came out when Tristan Kerr went behind the net to play it. So that was probably the biggest, closest call that either team had today. Yeah,
there was a little defensive breakdown in front of the net of Tristan again in that period where they got a couple more quality opportunities. But, you're right. There wasn't many quality opportunities either way there. It was kind of a defensive neutral zone type of game in that first period. And we'll see what they did on the adjustment side.
Pink at the rink going on today, and we've got the Bedford team decked out with pink shoelaces, or skate laces I should say, pink tape on their sticks, pink stripe on their helmets, all to raise awareness of breast cancer treatment and the people who survive that awful disease. Funds being raised today for the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Getting ready to drop the puck. Dominic Jerson's at the center dot with Brian Riccio for Bedford. Bedford going from left to right on your radio dial and on your TV screen. Puck is in the neutral zone, fought after, finally comes loose and goes into the Bo end. O'Toole's going to chase it, but Brody O'Neill gets to it first, sends it up the far wall. Jersons tries to send it back to brother Patrick Jersons, but it's intercepted at the blue line. It bounces off a Bedford player, comes right back. Here's an opportunity for Hartshorn. His shot saved by Kerr. Centering pass there. Goes to the point. There's a shot that goes wide. That shot by Dominic Jerson hit a stick and left the ice surface. We get a whistle.
Throughout these games, as you kind of pick up on the other team's tendencies, what you've seen so far is Bo has a good amount of speed. Luke Hartshorn right there used a lot of speed, but then also finally moved the puck across the crease for a chance to score. So you like to see that out of these players. Luke Hartshorn so far has stood out in this game so far in this the early part.
Off the face-off, there's a shot by Weber. That goes wide of the net. Brody Cassidy plays it for Bedford. He can't clear it out of the zone. Now he gets another chance. Flips it up the ice. Goes into the neutral zone, but Falcons recover. They fired right back in. Bedford sends it out. Brady Plant plays it, and now here they come into the Bo zone. Shot goes wide. Griffin chases it into the corner. Loses the puck, but now taken right back by Lobdell. Weak backhand is cleared out by the Bulldogs. Fired right back in. Griffin tries to play it. He overskates the puck. Cleared out of the zone, and now Cam Hadley has to chase it back into his own end behind the net. You've got Bill Smethurst behind him. Held in at the point by the Falcons. Clearing attempt there fails. Joshua Billow wheels around, tries to put it on net, couldn't do it. Held in at the point again by Pilelli, but he turns it over, and now Griffin tries to carry it into the Bo zone, takes a big hit in the corner. Now Griffin gives it right back. Bo coming out, Smethurst. A lot of lumber being dealt out here by both teams.
Yeah, Griffin took that first hit and then gave out two more, so he's +1 on that shift for sure.
Here come the Falcons. Weber skates in. His shot is wide of the net. Centering pass to Smethurst. Hits a stick. Comes right back to him. He fires it on net, and Kerr is able to make that save.
Yeah, so far you see Bo being a little bit more deliberate with the plays that they're making with the puck. So they're not rushing the play. They're looking up and they're trying to make a deliberate play. Whereas Bedford right now is throwing the puck around. So I'd like to see them make that little adjustment.
Luke Verda on the face-off for Bo. He wins it. Into the corner goes Tobler. Now he's wheeling behind the net, looking for a lane, comes out in front of the net. Up to O'Neill at the point, fires a wrister, hits Muir on the ankle, goes into the corner. And now Brendan Kopp, he can't clear the puck away. It's taken away by the Falcons. Tobler fires a shot just wide. O'Connor tries to clear it out. And he does, and this might wind up being an icing because it missed his intended target, Jack Warble.
You know, you see the difference of the forecheck. Coach Garrity was talking about that. Well, in the defensive zone, Bo was doing exactly what Coach Garrity was talking about his Bedford squad doing. Ethan Tobler took that shot, missed the net. He beat the Bedford defender to the puck on the backside of the goal line there. So that's what you need to do from a forechecking perspective. And defensively, you got to cover that. You got to get there first.
Verda wins the face-off for the Falcons. There's a shot from the point and score. Patrick Jersons with the shot. I'm not sure if it hit a Bo player, but it definitely deflected in front of Kerr.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it hit. It looks like, Jersons is going through the line first, so it looks like he's giving himself the goal at least. We'll see what the official call is, but usually the first player through the high-five line is the goal scorer, and that was Patrick Jersons.
I'm going to say the assist will go to Luke Verda, number 19. He was the one who won the face-off and got the puck back to Jersons.
We'll get the official call in here in a second. You got it.
So the assist did go to Verda.
It did go to Verda, yep.
7-19. And meanwhile, we'll get a face-off in the Bo end.
So starting to work on his Gordie Howe hat trick is Patrick Jersons now. He's got his goal, and now he's got his penalty, and I guess that would only mean one more assist for the Gordie Howe hat trick. So Bedford will go on the power play here now with 11:54 left in the second.
Just what the doctor ordered after you fall down by a goal, a chance to go on the power play and earn it right back. Riccio on the face-off. Held in there at the point by Cassidy. Cassidy looks, tries to clear it to the far corner, but Dominic Jersons, Patrick's brother, gets a stick on it and goes all the way into the Bedford zone. Muir being followed there by Josh Billow. Sends the pass up to O'Toole, now cross ice to Tagliaferro. He pulls up, waits for his teammates to join him. Muir back to Tagliaferro, face-off circle, wrister. Short side wide. Cassidy comes down low to play it. Now in the corner, back to Cassidy. Tries to protect the puck. Centering pass, intercepted by Bo. They clear it all the way down. 1:16 to go in the Bedford power play. Muir wheels back behind the net, picks up the head of steam, tries to get by some defenders. Now he gets the puck up to O'Toole. O'Toole down the near wall into the corner, actually leaves it there for Muir, but it's drop pass intercepted by Weber, and it's a possible 2-on-1 here for Bo. They take a shot. Kerr makes the save, still with it. Now finally O'Toole had to knock the Bo player off the puck, and Bedford back on the attack, but turned over there by Lobdell at the blue line. Pass up to Smethurst, give and go there to Weber. Weber in the corner looking for a centering pass, intercepted there by Bedford by O'Connor. Finally O'Connor wheels around. This is not the power play that I'm sure Coach Garrity wanted to see.
No, this is not what they had drawn up here, and I'll tell you, number 11 Owen Weber is really disrupting that, and that's a goal by Maddox Muir. Well, just like that.
Just like that. With 20 seconds to go on the power play, and I think, I'm not sure if that's really on Marquis, because he had a clear view of that shot, but the puck floated over his pad and under his arm.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of mesmerized by the shot.
Yeah, Maddox Muir gained the line and just took a good hard shot, far side, and it just beat Marquis. And I agree with you, Harry. That's a goal that's on Marquis. But I was just talking about Owen Weber. He was really disruptive on that penalty kill, doing exactly what you need to do on the penalty kill, is just outworking your opponent. And I mean, he earned a kill there, and he unfortunately is not going to get it with that goal with Maddox.
You know, and Muir just skated in by himself. He had no one to pass it to. He just kind of flipped it toward the net, and like I said, it floated, and it just evaded the arm of Marquis, and just like that, we're tied at 1 apiece. Who got the assist?
So the assist went to number 5, Ryan O'Connor. I think he moved the puck out of the zone and led that play.
Power play goal for Muir. Here's a Bow player falling down. Riccio picks up the loose puck, tries to send it to Tagliaferro. Broken up by the Falcons. Puck goes over the blue line. Bedford has to regroup. Marquis leaves the puck there for Smethurst. He tries to clear it out too far. Gupta's going to play it. Tobler chasing after him. Now Brody O'Neill gets it over to Jersons. Pass up there to Smethurst. Shot from the circle. Luke Verda fires a wrister, easily gloved by Tristan Kerr, and we get a whistle with 9:21 to play.
Yeah, going back to that goal by Maddox Muir, it looked like Maddox was almost changing up. He was getting over the blue line. He was just going to take a shot, and then he was going to pull back and change up. That goal kind of caught him by surprise as well, just putting it on net. So good to see Bedford, tying this game back up 1-1.
Off the face-off, Bedford controls up the wall, taken away by Smethurst to Bow. He centers it. Deflected by Owen Weber. Tristan Kerr was ready for it, though. Now another clearing attempt here. Brady Plant tries to get it out of the zone. He winds up hitting some resistance in the neutral zone, but Muir backs him up. Muir flips it into the Bow end. Palelli plays the puck, and it winds up getting cleared out of the zone. They're going to call this an icing. No, they're going to wave it off. The puck was moving a little too slow. Plant picks up the puck, wheels around the Bedford net, loses the puck at the blue line, held in there by Bow. Here's a wrister by Smethurst. Tristan Kerr ready for that, gloves it, and we get a whistle.
You almost see exactly what you expect out of your senior leader, Maddox Muir. Scores that goal, then goes on a rush, and he's almost willing this Bedford squad to kind of pick it up and showing them by leading the way with his physical play. So that's what senior leaders do. That's what captains do. And kudos to Maddox in the last couple of shifts.
8:37 to play in the second period. Tied up at 1. 2 goals in this period. Off the face-off, Bow controls. Lurch wheels around the face-off circle, leaves it for Patrick Jersons. He was the goal scorer earlier in this period for Bow. A scrum along the wall. Finally, nope, not pushed out just yet. Now, finally out. Tagliaferro tries to get by a defender, can't do it. Here's the lead pass for Dominic Jersons down the far wall. Tries to center it. Kerr gets the stick on it, clears it away. Now into the corner. Hartshorn tries to play it. Puck leaves the surface of the ice, and we're going to get a whistle here.
There's no doubt that if this had NHL replay involved and there was a goal scored there was an offsides by Bow. That was just missed. So if they scored there, it would have been a little frustrating for this Bedford squad because he was about 2 feet offside as they entered the zone.
No video replay in the NHIAA. Face-off, won by Bow. Into the corner goes Tobler. Fighting for it. Now comes away. Bow, actually the Muir clears it out into the Bow zone. Griffin tries to take his man out, but can't. Puck is controlled again by the Falcons. Now here's a turnover by Plant. Manages to keep it in, fires it deep into the zone. Now held in again at the point by Muir. He fans on a shot. Muir centers it. Hits a player in the skate, bounces away. It was Lobdell, I think it was intended for. Now the puck is cleared into the Bedford zone. It'll result in an icing.
Yeah, I think once Maddox fanned on that shot, he had Lobdell and Griffin both in front of the net. And I think he saw Griffin on the far post. And I really like the play. And if Bedford starts to see that they have more time and space, they're going to see more opportunities like that and see more pucks in the back of the net.
Face off to the right of Mason Marquis. O'Connor wins it and sends it back to the point. There's a wrister. Hits a Bow player, and they come back 3-on-2. Weber Tries to get back to Smethurst. He couldn't control it. Now Weber behind the net. Backhand. Stopped by Kerr. At the point, O'Neill's going to fire it back down low. Weber has it again. Being checked by a Bulldog, O'Connor. Now it's cleared out of the zone, down the wall. This could result in icing as well. Nope, they're going to wave it off. Puck never hit the goal line. Now flip up the ice to Weber. Here's a potential 2-on-1 for Bo. Centering pass. Oh! It took a lucky bounce, and a backhand results in a goal there for number 6, is that?
Yeah, Billy Smethurst.
Smethurst.
You know, that puck they floated a puck through the neutral zone. They caught Bedford kind of a little deep in the offensive zone, floated it through. And, you know, unfortunately, that kind of the secondary play there by Smethurst is the one that's going to get the goal. But, you know, defensively, a little bit of a breakdown, a little bit too caught, flat-footed.
Yeah, it looked like Bedford was in charge, but then the puck kind of rolled away in front of the net, and Smethurst was able to backhand it past Kerr. He was all alone in front of him. Now it's back to a 2-1 lead, a 1-goal lead for the Falcons. We'll wait for the assist here. We know that Smethurst was the goal scorer.
So number 6 from number 5, Brody O'Neill. So
Brody
Smethurst from O'Neill will be the
Brody O'Neill with the assist there. Puck is back into the Bedford zone. Shot from the point by Benoit. It goes wide. O'Toole trying to get out of the zone. Manages to clear it. He was just over the red line, so it's an icing on Bedford.
He didn't gain the red line there, so he's going to get the icing call. But they're able to make a change, and I think in that case, that's a good change to make and get a fresh pair of legs out there.
You know, Bedford's got to find another gear here because the goal that they scored on was a little fluky. They really haven't had a really solid offensive scoring opportunity.
Yeah, like I said, you saw Maddox Mirror after that goal have another shift where he had a little bit more increased energy. And I think right now Bedford is just kind of lacking that urgency and that energy to counterpunch here. So they're going to have to find that gear.
Yeah, the forecheck here by the Falcons is pretty solid. Now here's a pass up for Muir. Loses it as he crosses the blue line. Falcons take it right back. Ingles gets the pass up to Weber. Weber crosses the blue line, fires a shot, and Kerr makes a pad save. Up the wall, goes into neutral zone. You were saying, Pat?
I was just going to say we're calling Owen Weber's name quite a bit. He's finding the puck, and here he is again. That's a rocket of a shot, and
that goes wide and leaves the ice.
So you're seeing Owen Weber kind of take over this game a little bit for Bo, and getting that confidence, and that, you know, sometimes you just feel it. And right now Owen Weber is definitely feeling it and seeing a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, the ice is kind of tilted toward the Bedford end, unfortunately. 5:16 to play here in the second period. 2-1, the Falcons lead. A scrum in the face-off circle. Brady Brown trying to come up with the puck. Instead, Lobdell behind the net clears it up the near wall, where Zach Griffin tries to play it. It sends right back down. Brown again. His pass intercepted there. Tobler fires a shot, hits the stick, and goes over the net. Here's another chance. Aiden Lebrecq wheeling around from behind the net, trying to evade Maddox Muir. Lebrecq still with the puck. His pass misses his mark, and now it's Brady Plant carrying it out for Bedford. And he couldn't get by the Bow defender, number 6, Smethurst. He brings it right back into the Bedford end. Shot hits a stick, goes wide. Griffin over to Muir. Great forecheck here by the Bow Falcons. Luke Verda tries to hit his man, but O'Connor's able to get away from now. O'Connor into the Bow zone. Goes behind the net, looking for an outlet pass, and misses everybody. It leaves the zone. Bedford's got to reset here. Cam Hadley takes a hit. And the puck is cleared into the Bedford end. Brody Cassidy, he turns it over now to Weber. Who else? In the corner, Weber comes up with it again, trying to find number 9, Lurch. Couldn't get the pass to him. And finally, Bedford clears the zone. Fired right back in, though, by Bo. as soon as they fire the puck back in, the forecheckers are right there, and they pick up the loose puck. There's 21, Dominic Jersons.
Yeah, this is one of the things that Bedford continues to have to work on, and I think Coach Garrity talked about it, being cleaner in the defensive zone.
Hartshorn takes a hit.
Yeah, he got hit hard there. That forecheck is there for Bo, and there's a goal, and they're working that forecheck, they're working in, and then working the cycle, and then all of a sudden they're just getting a shot on net, it's getting deflected, and they're getting these dirty goals. So again, it's an effort, it's an energy, and Bedford right now is being outworked.
So it was Pilelli, I think, at the point who fired the shot that got deflected in the slot. That didn't catch the goal scorer. We'll find out here in a moment. Off the face-off, the puck is in the Bedford end. So 10 from Pilelli.
Yeah, so Hartshorn
from Pilelli are your goal-scoring combination here, and now Bo is up 3-1, and Bedford really has a deep hole to get out of here. Puck is fired right back in. Tucker Roberto tries to clear it out. Here's an opportunity now for Riccio. He tries to get the puck ahead to Tagliaferro. He couldn't get a stick on it, though. Held in by Roberto. Picked up by the Falcons, now up the wall to Billow, who gets it off the wall and sends it down into the Bedford zone. No icing there. Probably should have been one.
Yeah, the back referee called icing, and the front referee waved it off.
Now here's O'Toole breaking down the near wall. He gets checked off the puck by Timothy Ingles. They clear it out, and there's a Bow player right there. Tristan Kerr has to play it along the near wall. Lobdell gets the pass. He's on the blue line being harassed. It's incredible how much pressure these Bow Falcons are putting on the Bulldogs anytime they get near the puck. Here's a shot by Jersons that goes wide of the net. They're now behind the net, clearing attempt up to Griffin, but instead it's held in at the point by Patrick Jersons, one of the goal scorers today. Here's an opportunity for Tobler. He gets checked off the puck. Another shot from the point, deflected. Oh, that went off a Bedford player. Boy, when it rains, it pours.
Brody O'Neill, I believe, got the shot off, and it looks like it went off of number 37, Tucker Roberto. Again, it comes down to that individual effort, that kind of wanting to win the battle. And right now, Bo is wanting to win these battles. We talked about their playoff positioning right now in NHIAA. And right now, they're winning every puck battle you can see on the ice.
So it's been a terrible period here for the Bulldogs. They found themselves down by 3 goals, 4-1. Held in at the point by Benoit. Now finally Bedford gets the puck out. Griffin gets a wrister. High, blockered away by the goalkeeper Marquis. It's probably a good idea to put some shots on this keeper. In the slot, they had an opportunity broken up. Gupta goes back to play it in the neutral zone. Here's Cam Hadley. Tries to get it up, but he can't. Turned over now. Bo takes it over. Owen Weber loses the puck. Now behind the Bedford goal, where Gupta tries to make a play for it. Trying to find some skating room, goes up the wall. Up to Warble. Warble, all he can do is just fire it into the Bow zone, where it's fired right back in. Cam Hadley behind his own net, being checked there by Billow. Billow comes up with the puck in the face-off circle. Cam Hadley takes it away from him. 45 seconds left in the second period. Back in the neutral zone. Jerson's winding up. Here's an opportunity for Hartshorn. Well, a shot there by O'Neill goes off the post. Bulldogs trying to clear it out. They can't. The relentless forecheck here of the Bow Falcons, giving Bedford no room to operate. 18 seconds left in the period. Now Tobler down the far wall, puts on the brakes, looks for a passing lane. He's being harassed there by Kopp. Shot on net. Kerr makes a save. Puck is cleared down the zone, right on net. No icing, and that's going to do it for the period. So really a brutal period for the Bulldogs, giving up 4 goals, scoring 1 themselves. It's 4-1.
Yeah, Bo really dominated that period from an effort standpoint. They came out and really kind of put it to Bedford, getting some lucky bounces and some things that are happening, but they're forcing and creating their own luck by just outworking the Bedford
I was going to say,
squad.
you make your own luck by putting the pressure on.
Yeah.
And the puck just seems to find your stick.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate period for Bedford. They're going to have to regroup here. And again, we talked about this a lot at the pregame. There's a lot of senior leaders that are not playing for this team right now. And the next man up has to really kind of step in. There's going to be an adjustment period with that, though. And this is definitely, I think, what we're experiencing right now.
Scoring recap. In the second period, the ice was broken by the Falcons at the 12:10 mark. A goal by Patrick Jersons with an assist from Luke Verda made it 1-0. And then on the power play, it was Maddox Muir just skating in all alone, really just kind of a dump in that floated on net, and it kind of caught Mason Marquis napping. It went over his glove, and the game was tied up at 1 apiece. That was a goal by Muir with the assist going to Ryan O'Connor. That happened at 10:13. At 6:29, Bo took the lead over again as Bill Smethurst found himself in front of the net on a funny bounce. He was all alone in front of Tristan Kerr, wheeled around, was able to beat Kerr with a backhand, and that made it 2-1 Bo. Another assist there for Brody O'Neill. And at 3:27, it was Luke Hartshorn with a goal, with an assist there from Palelli. Palelli took the shot from the point, and Hartshorn was able to deflect it, redirect it toward the net. That beat Tristan Kerr. It made it 3-1. Then at 1:51 left, a shot from the point by Brody O'Neill. It hit a Bedford player and redirected into the net. That was at the 1:51 mark, and now it's 4-1. You just saw it on the replay. So that's where things stand right now. Zambonis are on the ice. We're going to have another period coming up here in about 10 minutes, so stay tuned. Bo leads 4-1. You've been listening and watching to Bedford Hockey on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Back for third period action. Puck was just dropped. Bo is in the lead 4-1. Here they come now into the Bedford zone. Hartshorn gets away from one defender. Back up to the point to Jersons. His shot is blocked off the wall. O'Toole tries to get it out for Bedford. Now here's a lead pass over to Tagliaferro. His shot hits a leg. It goes off of Brody O'Neill onto the near wall. Finally squirts out to Hartshorn, who backs the puck out and he gets taken down. This is going to be a penalty on Tagliaferro. A hold, delay call here. Wrister by Jersons. And now finally a tag up by Bedford, and we're going to get that call here. We're going to go on penalty kill.
Yeah, Tagliaferro is going to go to the box there. It took down Luke Hartshorn with a hold. Luke got up a little slowly and went back to the Bow bench there, so hopefully he's okay. But yeah, Bedford is going to go right away here. They're going to have to kill a penalty before they can start their comeback efforts here. So we'll see how this penalty kill squad can do against this Bow power play.
Now what do you want to do when you've got a 3-goal deficit? Left 14:10 left in the period. Power play just begins here for the Falcons along the near wall. Smethurst gets it to the point. Owen Weber along the blue line fires a shot straight ahead. It's blocked into the corner. Dominic Jersons controls it. Down low to O'Neill. Got some room to operate here. Oh, it goes off a stick of Billow, and it goes out of the zone. Falcons have to regroup. Owen Weber wheeling back, picking up some steam, gets away from one Bedford forecheck. Weber now pulls up at the face-off circle, drops back to the blue line. Fires a wrister, it hits a Bedford player in the slot. Falcons get the puck right back. Jersons tried to get it back to Weber, it goes off his stick. Falcons regroup. Weber over the blue line, back into the Bedford zone, down to the corner, sends it across the wall. It's going to meet up there with Billow at the point. Back down low to Jersons, to Billow. Dominic Jersons checked into the wall by Brady Brown out there on the penalty kill. 40 seconds left on that penalty, by the way. Falcons come up with the puck again. Smethurst down to Jersons in the corner. Centering pass across. Here's a fired shot by Billow. Goes over the net. Smethurst tries to play it. Backhands the puck toward the Bedford goal. Misses everybody. Now here's an opportunity to get the puck out of the zone. Maddox Muir fires it. Goes all the way down. Finally, Bedford gets it out of the zone. Gets some fresh legs out there. Just 6 seconds left on the Bow power play. Owen Weber. He's been driving this Bow attack this whole night.
He really has.
Penalty over. Bulldogs able to kill off the power play. Falcons fire it back in. Cassidy blocks it for Bedford. Now Tagliaferro, even when they're not being harassed, but Bedford's having a little trouble controlling the puck.
Yeah, there's really nothing clean happening right now. They're kind of fighting the puck the entire night, and that's going to be another penalty on
Another penalty coming up here. Tagliaferro ran into Aiden Lebrecq, and I think they're going to call him for a board.
They called him for a tripping, which is an interesting call when I look at that. Yeah, he looks like, okay, yeah, on the replay there, he definitely kind of got his legs under him, and the impact along the boards, the way that play happened, that's going to be a tripping call. And at first I thought it was kind of maybe a boarding call.
Yeah, I mean, Tagliaferro had a head of steam and hit him pretty hard. That's why I thought it was going to be a board.
So they just finished killing that penalty of Tagliaferro, and then Tagliaferro is going to go out and get another one, and we're going to have to kill 2 more minutes. And Bow was, pretty. They dominated possession on that first power play, so didn't get quality shots.
Quick whistle here, and an interference call going against who now? Is that going against Bow?
Yeah, it's going against Ethan Tobler, number 14. Right off the face-off, he was able to move the puck off the face-off and then took the player in the face-off dot down for Bedford. So now we'll be playing 4-on-4 for the next minute 56. Basically 2 minutes of 4-on-4 action here.
Well, Bulldogs catch a break there, negating the Bow power play, and they'll have 4 seconds with the man advantage. Not really much to talk about, but at least they won't be down a man. 11:36 to go in regulation. Bedford trails 4-1. All the scoring in the second period. Here's Brian Riccio on the face-off. It goes to the point to Muir. He tries to get a shot on net, and Marquis going to cover that up. Muir couldn't get everything on that shot because somebody got a stick into that shot before he could let it go.
Yeah, I was just trying to catch that replay of the face-off play. I just wanted to see kind of what happens. A lot of times action happens after the face-off. That the puck's not there, but there's a lot of stuff happening right at that dot still.
Bow wins that face-off. Intercepted momentarily by the Bulldogs, and now taken away by Weber. Owen Weber over the blue line, takes a shot. It goes right into the leg of Muir. Puck drifts back behind the Bedford net. Tucker Roberto tries to clear it out. He fans on a pass. Leaves it again for Muir. Muir winds up. Back over to O'Toole. O'Toole one-on-one down the far wall against Jersons. He has it checked off his stick, and Falcons clear it out of the zone. Each team down a man. 4-on-4 hockey right now. Riccio leaves it there for Muir. Muir carries over, gets checked off the puck beautifully there by Finn Benoit. And now Billow carries it in for the Falcons. Oh, nice block there by Lobdell. Check the puck off of Billow's stick. Here's a pass back to Scarinza. Scarinza's shot is blocked there by Lobdell. 2 good defensive plays there by number 10. O'Toole clears it out of the Bedford zone. It's fired right back across. And now Scarinza comes in. Fires a wrister over the Bedford net. Billow in the corner. He can't control it. Tucker Roberto now up the wall to O'Toole. O'Toole tries to wheel around. Had his pocket picked. And now Bedford, Bow comes right back. Billow down the wall and into the corner. Down goes Bedford player, and then down goes Dominic Jersons. Finally, Muir comes up with the puck. 13 seconds left on the Bedford penalty. 15 seconds left on the Bow penalty. Now we're going to get a power play Ingles drove Muir into the wall, and Muir's not getting up. Now he is, so he definitely took a hard hit.
He's slow to get up. The ref hasn't made a signal yet, but that was definitely from behind, maybe boarding. He's going to give a cross-check. Boy, very dangerous play there where Muir went down on the ice, away from the boards. Could have been a very dangerous play, and I was thinking maybe a major, but obviously the refs didn't see it that way, and they'll give just 2-minute minor for Timothy Ingles, number 2.
So for 5 seconds left on the Bow penalty, Bedford will have a 2-man advantage for just 4 seconds. I don't know if they'll have enough time to do anything with that, but if they can keep the puck in the Bow end, face-off is won by the Falcons. They clear it out. It leaves the zone. That's going to pretty much...
That'll do that, yeah. You got to win the face-off in that situation. You got to really win that face-off to have a chance.
So now the penalties are expired except for the most recent one. Bedford with the man advantage. They've got 1:45 to work with here. Muir down the near wall, drops it back to Tagliaferro from the point. The shot, and Marquis saw that and gloved that, and we get a whistle.
Yeah, you see a good Bow penalty kill kind of early setting up there. Luke Verda was right there on the shot, so that puck came out to Maddox Muir, but Luke Verda's right there to make the play. Stick on stick.
Riccio wins the face-off, but Tagliaferro takes it back from the point. Now the puck rolls off his stick. Here's a potential 2-on-1. Nope, broken up there by Muir. Well played. Bedford's going to come right back. O'Toole down the far wall into the corner. Tries to leave it there for Riccio, but it's cleared out of the zone by the Falcons. Going to go right on net. Kerr's going to leave it there for Muir. Muir's being harassed by Lebrecq, but he's able to clear the puck across now to Tagliaferro. Tagliaferro tried to get it to Riccio. Tags gets the puck right back. He's driven into the wall by O'Neill. Puck goes behind the net. Finn Benoit plays it, gets away from a Bedford player. Benoit turns around again. O'Toole trying to check him. All the way up the wall, held in there beautifully by Cam Hadley. But then second chance by Smethurst clears the zone. 41 seconds left in the Bedford power play. They trail 4-1 with 8:22 left in regulation.
Yeah, I mean, you got a power play, you're down 2. Here we go. You got a power play, you're down 2, and Bow is able to skate out of their zone on the penalty kill. That's the sign of that forecheck just not there right now for Bedford.
What we saw right there too is a potential 2-on-1, and that got broken up by a single Bow defender. So an opportunity lost. There's a shot by Plant, hits a leg, goes into the corner. Just 12 seconds left on the power play. Plant pass across, intercepted by Scarinza. He clears it out, and Smethurst finishes the job, and that's going to do it for the Bedford power play. Pass up the near wall. Weber tries to play it, try to keep it in the zone, but fails to do so. Lobdell gets his pocket picked by a player who just comes off the bench. Hartshorn fires it into the Bedford zone. Weber, he's got nobody with him, so he turns the puck over, and Bedford's going to come back here, 2-on-2. That's Griffin all the way behind the net. Couldn't get a shot away. He takes a hit, takes another hit. Weber takes the puck away from him. Kicks it up to Hartshorn. Hartshorn comes away with Billow. And they're going to, Billow was just over the line, offside on Bow.
Yeah, Billow made Luke Hartshorn made a pass over to Billow. Billow then cut right on the blue line, and Luke was just he was thinking he was going to go straight in, and that's what drew them offside. Those two players just trying to communicate, and you get a sophomore and a senior there kind of working together, maybe for the first time, hard to know. But, that's just one of those things that will happen in a game, in a fast game like this.
Face off in the neutral zone. Riccio, one of the players now that has to take a lead role. Here's a turnover, and Hartshorn couldn't find the puck, otherwise he could have walked right in on Kerr. Lucky break there for the Bulldogs. Now Riccio skating out the Bedford zone, being harassed by Jersons. He backhands the puck into the corner, but it's taken right away by the Falcons. They clear it out. Brady Brown chases it back. It's going to be an icing. What I was going to say is Riccio is taking a really big role in this game. He's one of those players that has to step up and fill the gap left by some of the other players, Mansfield and Thornton.
Yeah, Brian was seeing a lot of ice time. Riccio was seeing a lot of ice time as he even as he kind of was playing through this year. But as a sophomore, seeing a lot of ice time on a third line is a little bit different than seeing a lot of ice time on the first or second line. And he's definitely learning right now on the fly.
Here comes Dominic Jerson skating in. Centering pass broken up there by Muir. Puck goes behind the net. Falcons still with it. Jerson wheels around, centers. Here's a chance from the slot. Fires, rebound, and a great save by Kerr. chances everywhere.
Really good save there. Yeah, really good save there by Kerr. He was able to see that puck the entire way. He came out, was very aggressive, kind of pressed out and made a save with his shoulder, and then was able to control that secondary shot as well with the rebound. So
yeah, Hartshorn had the backhand there reeled in tight. Kerr was able to stop that. So face-off to the right of Kerr in the Bedford end. 6:22 to play in regulation. Bow leads 4-1. All the scoring in the second period. Bit of a scrum in the face-off circle. Now finally coming up with it is Tobler. He can't control it. Now a shot from the point that goes over the net by Ingles. Puck is chipped up there to Plant. He can't get it out of the zone, but second chance he does. Puck rolls all the way on Marquis. And the Falcons behind their net. Takes a check there by Lobdell. Still able to get the puck out of the zone. That's Palelli, sorry. Shoots it into the Bedford zone where Gupta plays it. He's being checked. Aiden Lebrecq all over him. Centering pass. And a shot there. And it looks like a Bedford player took a shot in a tender spot and down. That's number 27, Cam Hadley. Here comes Bedford the other way. A wrister. Stopped by Marquis. Went off his glove. Centering pass. It went off of Marquis. Nobody home, though, for that rebound. It's like a demolition derby out there tonight.
Yeah, there's bodies flying everywhere. There's sticks on the ice right now. It got a little sloppy here in the last couple of minutes, and it may be just player fatigue.
Great defensive play there by Muir, making a stick check there on a Bow player, but it's turned over at the blue line. Owen Weber takes a shot on net. Oh, it's deflected right in front of the net. Kerr was right there. I think it was Billow was right in the slot who redirected that puck, but Kerr stopped that.
Yeah, again, number 11, Owen Weber, just kind of on the puck, makes things happen when he's out on the ice, and he was the one creating that play, and Billow almost put it home.
Tagliaferro picks up the puck. He gets poke checked by Jersons. Held in momentarily by O'Toole. Now Muir takes the puck back. Muir, even though he's a defenseman, is playing a much more of an offensive role in this game. He's trying to fill the gap there from those lost seniors.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. He's going to be a leader out on the ice, and he's trying to will this team to the next goal. But
here's Weber one-on-one, taken down by Muir. That's not somebody that you can take on one-on-one and win.
No, he's got a lot of speed, and he's very strong on the puck.
O'Toole up the near wall, takes his man down. Now he's tripped. Do we get a call? No, we don't. Pretty blatant trip there. Got away with it. Held in at the point. Muir keeps it in the Bow zone momentarily, but now picked up by Jersons. Carries it into the Bedford end. He takes a hit. Smethers picks up the loose puck. Centers it for Weber. Misses him. Bulldogs break out. O'Connor skates into the Bow zone. In the faceoff circle, backhand. Just missed the shot off the wide post. Wheeling around, Kopp fires it back down low, but then it's sent right back by Bow, and we're going to get an icing here with 3:37 to play.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that last minute or so was, that was definitely a trip. You watch that on the replay. That's just a missed call. I think everybody there's probably 10 or 11 referees here in the arena that called that play a penalty. But
your arm went up. I know
my arm went up. I mean, that's just the coach and me and the referee. But that was definitely a trip. But nonetheless, that was probably one of the best minutes of hockey that this Bedford team has played in this last minute. So, they just got to find themselves a little bit here as they work through this game.
From the faceoff, puck is behind the Bow net. Finn Benoit tries to clear it out of the zone. All Bow has to do is just waste 3.5 minutes, and they've got this one in the bag with a 3-goal lead. Hartshorn tries to chip it into the Bedford zone. He takes a hit there from Griffin, but he still has the puck. He follows it into the corner, takes another hit from Hadley. Here's Jersons, Dominic Jersons, wheeling around behind the Bedford net up to the point to Palelli. His shot, that goes wide. Jersons back into the corner between two Bedford players trying to get away from them. Finally, Muir takes the puck away from him and flips it out of the zone. 2:43 to play. Hartshorn fires it right back in. Cam Hadley picks up behind the net. Tries to get it up the wall to Tagliaferro. And instead it's going to roll into the Bow end. No icing there. Dominic Jersons tries to clear the zone, goes all the way into the Bedford end. They're going to say a player touched it, no icing. Tagliaferro on the near wall, chips it up. Now O'Toole with the cross ice pass, can't control it, goes behind him. Muir tries to get it back to him, and he does, but he's shipped off that puck at the blue line as well. Tagliaferro had it momentarily. Loses it to Billow. Billow gets it into the Bedford zone. It's clear right back out. 1:54 to play. Now O'Neill pass across to Smethurst. Smethurst tries to flip it toward the Bedford net for Owen Weber, but Kerr is able to stop that.
It's a nifty little play. Nifty little play there by Smethurst as he saw number 11 Owen Weber kind of cutting to the net. If he had waited just a little bit longer, I think he could have created a little bit of traffic and maybe got a deflection on Kerr.
It was kind of an alley-oop too, because it looped in toward the net. It wasn't a straight shot. Off the face-off. Shot is fired there by Pelelli. It goes wide. Correction, that was number 14, Tobler. Back into the bow end. O'Neill chases it down. Sends it up. Cam Hadley had it momentarily, but Tobler sends it right back to Jersons. Runs into O'Toole at the blue line. Potential 2-on-1 here. O'Toole gets checked off the puck. He had O'Connor with him, but he couldn't get the pass across to him. Lost the puck before that happens. Now back in the Bedford zone. Hadley gets it off the wall to O'Toole. Muir chipped it out to the neutral zone. 1 minute left in this period, in the third period. 4-1 Bow. Puck is fired up. Here's Lebrecht skating in. Loses it. Fires it right back in. Now it's back in the neutral zone. O'Toole trying to get by his man. Can't get past these Bow defenders. They're really a solid line across the blue line. Now Cam Hadley behind his own net. Loses the puck. 40 seconds to play. Up the wall. O'Toole. That's held in at the point. Fired right back in. Kopp tries to play it. Sends it over to Hadley. Back to O'Connor. O'Connor waits, fires it towards the bow end. There's a quick change there by Bedford, but it's only 17 seconds left in game time. Jack Warble with it across to Muir. Feels like Muir and Tagliaferro have been playing this entire game. Tagliaferro's shot goes over the net. Just 4 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and that's it. So an uneventful first and third, all the scoring in the second, and it was not good for Bedford.
Yeah, just a frustrating game for Bedford. I'm sure they're going to feel the frustrations of this. We talked about the injuries heading into this game. We talked about the adjustments. We talked about next man up. But unfortunately, they ran into a Bow team tonight that just wanted it a little bit more, and they got the victory, and pretty convincingly as well, in a 4-1 victory.
And it looks like Bedford is really going to have to learn to play without their senior leaders. They're going to have to find a way to make plays and beat these like a pressing team like the Falcons were today. Falcons were really impressive with their trap and also their forecheck.
Yeah, Coach Garrity said it coming in that interview we listened to earlier. They were coming in with a 1-1-3. They played a 1-1-3, but really Bow didn't play a 1-1-3 because they had so much time in the offensive zone, and they really created a lot of havoc on their forecheck. So,
quick scoring recap. All the scoring in the second period. The Bow goals scored by Patrick Jersons, William Smethurst, Luke Hartshorn, and Brody O'Neill. The lone Bedford goal scored by number 19, that's Maddox Muir, and the assist there from Ryan O'Connor. So that's going to do it here. Our next sports broadcast next Tuesday, girls basketball on February 7, 7 p.m. start against Merrimack. Our next hockey game right here a week from today, or actually 2 weeks from today.
Yeah.
The 15th, it's going to be against the Salem Blue Devils. That's going to be a tough game, another 7:30 puck drop. So, Jason, we'll see you back here in 2 weeks.
You got it, yeah.
Final score. Bow 4, Bedford 1. You've been watching and listening to Bedford Hockey on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. So long, everybody.